everyone, so this video is going to be my summer essentials, and I may be doing this video a little bit late, but I still wanted to put it up because we are halfway through summer and I feel like everybody's doing all these these fall inspired videos or these transitioning into fall videos, and I'm just like, stop, like we're not done with summer. Can we please enjoy it while we still have it? Because when fall hits for that, 2 days that we do have fall and everybody's complaining about how cold it is and they're ready for summer, you're gonna wish that you had enjoyed the summer and taken full advantage of it. So I'm not doing any type of like fall videos anytime soon because it's gonna be warm. I don't know where you live, but it's gonna be warm here for at least another 3 months. I mean, probably well into, I would say maybe the beginning of November. So I'm going to enjoy this time while I can. So if I can stop saying so. Anyway, I have 14,000 products here that I want to show you and kind of just tell you. They're more so like groups, and I'll just give you a bunch of examples in those groups, more so than just specific products that I think are essential. So I'm kind of going to try to go in order of, I guess, how you would like get ready. Yeah. All right. So the first thing, stop saying so. All right. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is kind of just body care stuff. I think that exfoliating is essential at all times of the year, but especially essential, I don't know, I feel like it's especially essential in the summer, and definitely in like the dead cold of winter, but definitely in the summer because you have, more skin showing and you want to make sure that it looks nice, right? So if I say so one more time. All right. The first thing I have here is the Tree Hut Olive and Shea Sugar Body Scrub in Tropical Mango. I used to get the one in, typically I get the one in Coconut Lime, and I saw this one and I really enjoy this one. I think it's essential to exfoliate your body just because you want to slough off any dry patches that you have, any scaly, unattractive areas, and make it really, really smooth. It just makes it easier to, you get a smoother shave when you shave your legs. If you do any type of like tanning, it's just gonna make sure it's more even. So this one smells amazing. It's available at most like drugstores or Target, Walmart, Kmart, I'm sure, and it's relatively inexpensive. So exfoliate your body, and you also want to exfoliate your face. I have, let's see, any type of like exfoliant like face scrub that you want to get, those are perfectly fine. I don't really have one to show you. I do enjoy those. Or if you want to use any type of tool to help exfoliate your face, like you can get those little cheap face brushes from Sephora or Sally's and use those. You can use a Clarisonic or any of the drugstore battery operated facial scrub brushes. This is the Eco Tools like face sponge type of thing where you wet it. It's kind of hard and abrasive when it's like dry, but when you wet it, it gets bigger and it gets a lot softer. So if you have sensitive skin, this is really good to use to exfoliate because it's super gentle. And then you could use it with any type of face wash that you want to use in case you don't currently have one that has any type of microbeads or you don't really like using one of those. This is pretty nice. And then also you want to make sure that you are hitting up your feet because ladies, men, bears, children, snakes, whatever, you want to make sure that your heels are not disgusting. I get so tired of seeing people wearing sandals or they're having their heels out and then their heels just look like they've been walking on bricks their entire lives and then walking in baby powder. It's just disgusting looking. And I mean, I don't like not even anybody else looking at it, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to rub my foot and like cut my hand open. So any type of like pumice stone that you can get, you can find those anywhere. I like this one because it has this long handle. I basically just use it in the shower. If you get in the shower and then, towards the end of the shower, the skin has softened up a lot, and then you can just scrub, the bottom of your foot with this, and it just really softens it. So when you get out and you apply your lotion, it's able to absorb better and it keeps it smooth. So I think that is an essential. And then also scrubbing your lips. So this is the Victoria's Secret Pro Smooth FX Lip Scrub Balm. you can use sugar and like some honey if you want to, and just mix that together and rub it on your lips, or a lot of the other places make lip scrubs. But I do really think that scrubbing your lips is essential also, especially because a lot of times we like to wear bright lipsticks in the summer, and it's just going to make it look a lot better. Yeah. And then also we want to protect our skin when we're out in the sun, and the sun is like beaming down on you, trying to tear your skin apart. So I have a couple different, I guess, what are these called? Body sunscreens. Hello, get it together. The first one here came in my Ipsy bag. This is the Hang Tan Classic Sport Natural Sunscreen SPF 50. I'm not really picky when it comes to sunscreen on my body. I think they kind of all work the same for me. As long as I think you have something that's like what, 25, 30 SPF, I think that's pretty good. For, I think for your body you can do like 15, but definitely, you know, go ahead and do 30. It's not, you know, essential that you get 50. But anyway, I do like this. It smells really nice. It's not really greasy, it absorbs well, and it's a really cute tiny travel size. The one that I like to use for my face is the Coppertone Clearly Sheer Faces for Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30. So the one I like to use for my face is the Coppertone Clearly Sheer Faces Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This one's really nice. It's not going to cause you to break out, and it absorbs well. It doesn't feel greasy. It just kind of feels like a nice semi-matte primer when you put it on your face. So I really enjoy using that one, and it comes in a really nice travel size so you can reapply it. Also, since I was not blessed with naturally bronzed chocolatey skin, I have to either, you know, I have to get it artificially somehow. So I either have to get it from a bottle or a tube, or lay outside for an excessive amount of time because my skin takes forever to tan. So if I don't have the time, or I don't want to lay out in the sun forever because it is not, you know, healthy, then I'll go and get it out of a bottle. The one I like to use on my face is the Jergens Natural Glow Face. So it's not going to break you out. It's not as heavy as the one you would use on the rest of your body. The only things that, you know, you wash your face so much, you have to like reapply it several times throughout the week. The one I like to use for my body that I've been using forever is the Banana Boat Summer Color Self Tanning Lotion Deep Dark Color. Alright, yes, black people can tan, or anybody of color can tan, unless you have the darkest skin ever or the whitest skin ever. I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to get some type of color if you want to. So yeah, this is at Walmart, maybe Target, some other places. It's like $6. Slap it all over. It gives me a nice natural tan, a little bit more on the red side, but I would naturally turn red anyway if I had a tan, so I really like using that. Next, I'm going to talk about like face base products. So typically I like a more full coverage foundation look just because I have a lot of problem areas on my face, but in the summer I do try to go as light as possible with makeup, because let's be realistic, it's not practical to have a full face of makeup, like perfect flawless skin like all the time. Not for me. So I try to use tinted moisturizers or BB creams, blah blah blah, but some of you may be thinking, hey, I need to cover more than a BB cream is going to give me. I also think that what you can do is, oh, and I should talk about primers. Two primers that I really love are the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer and the Hourglass Veiled Mineral Primer. I think that they absorb really well. They don't have a heavy silicone feel to them if you don't like that, and they do keep me matte for an extended period of time. Alright, and what I would suggest if you want the full coverage look but don't want to use liquid cream, you know, foundation necessarily in the summer, is get yourself a concealer that is full coverage and a really good powder foundation. The concealer that I've been using lately, just to kind of like where I want to spot conceal, is the Balm's Time Balm Concealer. I got this on Haute Look, which they do put the balm up there quite often. It's kind of similar to Studio Finish by MAC, but it's a really nice, creamy, but not too creamy, full coverage concealer. So I just take that on a brush, dab it like on my problem areas, like my cheeks, and then I go in with the powder over that. That gives me, you know, the most coverage that I want for the summertime. And the three that I have that are my most favorite are the L'Oreal True Match. This is W4.5. I have the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Powder Foundation in 07 Warm Beige. and then MAC Studio Fix powder foundation, which this is completely empty. This was in the color NC43. I can get NC42 to NC44 typically. But those are amazing full coverage powder foundation. So I would suggest doing like spot conceal powder foundation. It still looks like you have flawless skin. All right, next I want to talk about bronzers. I really like to go for a more bronze sun-kissed look in the summer, kind of just like oranges, really warm tones. You guys know I like that. Favorite bronzers, I have a whole video on my bronzer collection. I will link it down below. Some of my favorites are the Makeup Forever Matte Bronze. This is in the shade 40. They've since added 2 more shades for a total of 4. But if you have deeper skin, I would definitely try this one because sometimes it's hard to find one that's going to show up on deeper skin. A drugstore alternative that not alternative, but drugstore favorite that I really love is the Sonia Kashuk Goddess Illuminating Bronzer. This is, you know, has more of a sheen, not a glitter, but it's also really pigmented and it has a lot of, like, you know, darker color to it, so it shows up really nicely. All right, and then I have my favorite like bronze or orange blushes. They're kind of all from NYX. The first one I have is the Sonia Kashuk Sunset blush, which is orange. It has some gold micro shimmer in it, but it doesn't really, you know, translate too much on the face, transfer too much on the face. And then I have the NYX Illuminating Bronzer in Magnetic, which is this really pretty dark peach bronzer that has some glitter in it, some gold shimmers. All right, the next are all from NYX. I have a baked blush in Solstice, which gives you a really, it's like one of those, it's baked, so it has a lot more dimension to it, and it's a bronze color, dark peach bronze color. It's beautiful. And then the other two, my favorite NYX blushes, are Copper and Cinnamon. So this is Copper and then Cinnamon. You can mix them together and give yourself a really nice bronze glow. And then as far as like highlighters, I really have been enjoying the e.l.f. blush in Gotta Glow, which is supposed to be similar to NARS's Albatross, but I don't have that. It's just a really nice gold. And it has really strong yellow undertones, so I think that if you had deeper skin, you could still get away with wearing it and it not look too ashy. And then the other one I like is the Benefit What's Up, which is actually kind of what I'm wearing a little bit of today. I did an intense highlight today, but it's just a really nice yellow, like champagne type color. Okay, now as far as eyes, I like to wear, like I said, bronze, rose golds during the summer. I think it looks effortless, and it really is effortless, but it still looks, you know, really nice or whatever. So you can go with a pencil form, which is, I have the NYX Infinite Shadow Stick in Rose Gold, which is what I'm wearing on my lids right now. If you want to just like draw it up there, it doesn't, you know, budge, and it gives you a really nice like sheen when you move your eyes. I have 2 pigments, and they are Max Gold Mode and Max Melon Pigment, which kind of look very similar, but they just have that really nice warm tone sheen to them. They're kind of just universal, and I think they work better on, but they work nicely on deeper skin tones. So sometimes it's hard for us to find a shimmery all over the lid color that doesn't look like super ashy. And then I have 2 palettes. The first one is the Lorac Pro, the first Lorac Pro palette. I really love light bronze, which is like one of my favorites. I love gold, and then pewter here would be awesome if you had deeper skin. And then, you know, there's all these nice simple neutral shimmery colors that you can just swipe on the lid and keep it moving. And then my recent new favorite is the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, which I think has a lot of really nice rose gold kind of colors to them. I did a tutorial on this recently if you want to check that out. All right, next are eyes. I'm still on the eyes. Typically during the summer or kind of all the time, I don't really do a lot of heavy or intricate eyeshadow looks just because it's just not my thing. I do them for tutorials, and every now and then I'll wear one, but typically this is just kind of like the eye look that I do. So one thing for the summer that you can do to spice up your look is to add any type of like bright colored eyeliner. And normally I guess like greens and turquoises are really popular during the summer, so I have a few here to show you. I have Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Electric, which is this really beautiful aqua blue color. These do not budge once you apply them. You can just put it on the bottom, the lash line down here, and it gives you a really great pop of color. And then I have the Stila Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner in Turquoise, which is this amazing green turquoise color. And then I have the Nika K Shimmer Eyeliner in green, pretty simple. It's just a really nice emerald color. And then the Milani Ultra Fine Liquid Eyeliner in Emerald Glisten. So all of these are pretty much like waterproof. So you can pop them on the lower lid or put them on the top, whatever you want to do. They're not gonna budge in the sweat, the heat, the humidity, the moisture of the summer. Now, moving on to lip products. Lip products are probably my most favorite thing ever when it comes to makeup. I really enjoy orange, coral, really warm lips, especially during the summer. I'm pretty sure you guys know that. I'm gonna show you some things that are definite repeats, but whatever. Okay, so as far as lip liner, I really like the Prestige Poppy Lip Liner, which is just an orange. It's really matte, it's creamy, it doesn't budge, it's, you know, inexpensive. I believe this is at Rite Aid, so I would check that one out. And then as far as lipsticks, my two favorites, which I show all the time, are Wet n Wild's 24 karat gold. It's 24 karat gold, not carat gold. I keep seeing people say carat gold. It's 24 karat gold, hence why it says 24 on the tube. And then Wet n Wild's Pretty Persimmon, which is a more red orange based lipstick. This one's just like a strict orange with some slight red to it, but these are very inexpensive. The suckiest thing about them is the packaging, but I think it's well worth it. That's them right there. I basically did like one swipe. It's matte, but it's not overly dry. It's gonna last. They're inexpensive. They have so many amazing colors. I have a video on all the ones that I have, and I'll link that down below if you want to check that out. And then next, I'll just talk about glosses. I like to do stains, a gloss, you know, a shiny lip sometimes, or whatever. And these are just lightweight glosses that aren't sticky and they last. The first one I have is the Revlon Color Stay Moisture Stain and Cons Crush. It's a really pretty orangey red. This is like one of the smoothest glosses I've ever tried in my entire life. Not sticky, opaque in color. It is moisturizing, especially for the Color Stay line from Revlon, which is typically very drying. Next one I have is an oldie but a goodie. This is Revlon's Coral Reef. I don't even know if I don't think they still make these in this packaging or even this color, but it's a really nice just cream orange lip gloss. Next is the NYX Butter Gloss in Apple Strudel. I got this in an Ipsy bag, and it's probably the least opaque of all of them, but it's a really nice coral like wash. If you just don't know what to do, you can just throw this on. It's not sticky either. It lasts. They smell pretty good also. And then I have the L'Oreal Lilac in I Lack You a Lot, which I don't know if these are still available, but I had to show it because it's so, this is such an amazing color. That's it right there. It's so opaque and it's matte, but it has moisture to it, and it's so easy to line in this pencil form. I was wearing this in some recent videos and it just pops on camera. Like it almost has this like 3D effect when you see it. And then lastly, I have the Rimmel Show Off Lip Lacquer in Stellar, which is more of a hot pink. That's it right there. They're kind of all the same, but anyway, these have a funky smell, but I like the way they smell. They have a really interesting applicator. It's a doe foot applicator, but the center of it there is hollow. I guess that way it can like pick up more product when you go to put it on, but you don't need a lot of it, and it lasts, and it gives you like a nice like kind of like stain. This video is like 20 minutes long. The last things that I want to talk about are just nail polishes. well, kind of just like some miscellaneous items. I want to give honorable mention to the NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. I haven't tried very many setting sprays, but they can seem a little gimmicky, but this one I really enjoy. If your face is looking too powdery, you can spritz it. It brings your face back to life. It doesn't make it look so flat. It also sets your makeup. Like when you spray, it's kind of like hairspray for your face, but not sticky. I mean, you can still move your face, but it does definitely keep everything where you want it, and definitely in hot climates, that's essential. All right, and next I will mention beauty sponges, because I think they're more so essential in the summer if you don't want to wear a lot of makeup, but you still want a full coverage look. I would suggest a beauty sponge because it gives you the full coverage look without having to apply so many layers. And I have various ones here. This is like a slight pet peeve. I hate when people call the ones that aren't the beauty blender a beauty blender. It's not a beauty blender. The only one that's a beauty blender is the original beauty blender. Not that I'm a snob, because clearly I have some drugstore ones here, but just, yeah, don't do that. Anyway, so I have the original beauty blender here. You know, it says Sephora, it's $20. It's a little pricey, but I do think that this one's like my favorite. So yeah, there's that one. This is the Real Techniques sponge. It's still wet, which is why it kind of has that funky shape to it. This one is definitely the softest one I own, much softer than the beauty blender, but I don't know, I like it a lot. I don't think it's as good as the beauty blender, but I do like it a lot, and for $5 you would definitely can pick this up. And lastly, I picked this one up from iCake House. I wouldn't suggest buying it. It's very inexpensive, like $2 or $3, but you can find one similar like this at like Ross, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. The only thing is that it doesn't get any bigger when you wet it, and it's not nearly as soft as the other ones. It's much more dense. So for that, I do really enjoy using it for under eye concealer because it is really dense. It kind of just allows it to get, you know, really full coverage underneath here, and it doesn't soak up a lot of the product. All right, and lastly, I will mention nail polishes. I'm of course not wearing any nail, but in the summer, it's like I have to wear obnoxious colored nail polish at all times. I don't know what it is. It's just like, hey, look at me, here are my fingers. You can see them from 10 miles away. But some of my favorite, like I really like neon colors. Some of my favorites are this LA Girls Brights, and it's just like a neon yellow, fluorescent highlighter yellow. I have the China Glaze Sun Worshipper, which is a neon hot orange, like insane in person, definitely glow in the dark. And then all-time favorite is China Glaze's Flip Flop Fantasy, which is a very hot pink, and it's not, you know, doing it any type of justice to show it on camera. And then lastly, I really haven't been enjoying using white nail polish, typically more so on my toes and my nails, because your nails just get so dirty and they chip so much faster, and white chip nail polish is like, it's like the devil. So this is just a cheapie from NYC, kind of all white polishes. I don't really think you need to invest $15 in a white nail polish. But yeah, this on the toes is so pretty. It's going to look pretty on everybody. It just makes your feet, for me, it makes me look more tan. It's just a really clean, classic, timeless look. It goes with everything. It looks amazing in like open toe shoes. If you like French pedicures, then you would love white all over the toes. So anyway, this video is 2 days long, and I'm sorry, but I just wanted to go ahead and show you everything. Yeah, I don't know where I got this from. I don't remember. I just wanted to put it in my hair because I felt like that emoji. The dances. Okay, she probably doesn't have flour in her hair. Anyway, thank you guys so much as always for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.